Alright lads, so it's Guild Quest time. It's been a hot minute since we have done a Guild Quest video, but if you aren't already aware, we did spend a bit of money for the anniversary, and with that I have a lot of new shiny toys to play around with in Guild Quest that I haven't really shown off just yet. Because you know, like a few months back, or like maybe a year ago at this point, I said I was going to stop doing Guild Quest videos if I'm using the exact same team. In this case, I'm not using the exact same team, so now I can actually showcase my team every single week, at least for the next rotation, and I'm kind of interested to see what boundaries can I break in terms of my personal best and stuff like that, because I have Bruno, for example, and Bruno's going to be absolutely insane in Guild Quest, and I can't wait to showcase him in a couple weeks time, maybe even to next week actually. So hey, hold up lads, it's next week. Listen, a couple days time we're going to go hard. So for this video we're going to be doing the Melee Hollow Week, and right now what the team you are seeing is pretty much the best team that you can bring to my knowledge, because you have two power characters. The final boss is a technique character, and then you also have ICHIGO, who is the booster for this week of Guild Quest. And boost characters are very important because they buff your attack, and if your attack isn't over a certain threshold, you basically do no damage. Now, for those wondering the accessories and build that we have on our characters, for ICHIGO, I gave him the tension tie, hollow sticker, and the T-set, all giving us 30% SP. Then we have a Senka Aizen link, a Tag Team ICHIGO link, and also a Senzu Orihime, giving us a bunch of full stam, recharge, and strong attack damage. As for my T20 abilities, what I gave to him was a 25% full stam, just to therefore increase the damage that we can dish out, and also weaken defense, very important when we do get to the final boss. Secondly, we have Ikaku with a golden Chappie, and sticker, and then we have a Tsukishima White Day Resurrection link, we have a Senka Matatsuki link, and also a Jushiro link. He is max transcended, so he is giving us just a tad bit more attack. As for his T20 abilities, we gave him a full stam. Not all the time he's going to be able to keep that, but if we do get lucky, he is going to keep that full stam. And most importantly, he does have damage to weakened enemies, which is important because we are going to be weakening the enemies. And then lastly, we have Ruka, who normally I would actually bring Hiyori, but in this case, because the final boss is a technique character, we're better off bringing a power character. Now, Ruka is actually 5 out of 5 with 1,000 extra attack. Took me like a million points to get that. For her T20 abilities, she has full stam and also damage to weakened enemies. She also has a Chappie, golden Chappie, and sticker, and then she has a Senkamon Zangetsu link, a Senkamon Tatsuki link, and also a Resurrection Uryu link. So pretty good team overall, and this will allow us to get the score that we are doing. Now keep in mind, I am currently using a controller, so that basically means that it's going to be a lot harder for me to try and get the score that I would normally get, maybe first go on my mobile. So keep that in mind if we don't get the most optimal score. But I'll try my best, and let's see what we can actually get with this team. Before we do jump into the run though, we are currently looking for a new member to join our S-Rank guild. So if you are someone that can score consistently high, and by that beat every single week of GQ, then feel free to hit me up on Discord. My ID will be in the description below. Alright, so there's two strategies you can do for this, right? The first one is soul bombing the final boss. So what we're going to do straight away, we got a very good spawn, SA1 into the SA2, back the hell up, start charging the third strong attack, let them do the damage, then we go in, SA3, nuke, which should hopefully get to the final boss, it does, and then we SA1. And with that, you're able to get a decent score. Now what we're going to do here is pause it, because we got very unlucky with the NAD strings that my characters were doing. There was a brief period of time where my NAD characters weren't even focusing on the Shinji, so we're going to reset now until we can get a more optimal run. Alright, round number 2, let's try that again. So again, first one we do is SA1. So, boom. SA2, good damage here, lads. Our NAD character's actually doing really good. Good spawns, too. Love that. SA3. Now, let's use our Soul Bomb. And then into SA1. And there you go. 10-second run. Very easily done, right? It only took us 2 attempts on the PC, by the way, with the controller. I don't normally do my GQ on controller, so I'm actually somewhat happy with that run. Now, we're not done with the video, because we're going to try a different strategy that some of you might not be aware of. So basically, like, sub 10 seconds, which is what you want, right? This is actually a very good run for the most part. Now, again, we could maybe push a couple seconds, but I'm happy with a sub 10 second. That's like the main goal for me for the most part. Either sub 10 or sub 20, depending on the team that I am using and if it's possible. And right here, we got a decent run. And alias, buff. Alright, so let's try this again. So SA1 into an SA2. And then now charge our third strong attack. Nuke. This one's actually looking pretty decent. Nice. Into that. Into SA1. And unfortunately, you know what? I'm going to just keep it as that. I don't want to spend as much time as I used to in Guild Quest. I think we got a good enough score. 11 seconds. With this strategy, the soul bombing the 4th boss instead of the 5th boss does work out if you get lucky. Again, like this one can definitely get you a higher score compared to our first run, but it takes a bit of luck in terms of the NAD characters doing the damage they do. Do we inflict the weakening? It's stuff like that where you can get a higher score, but in situations like this, it might take you longer to get the high score. So I much prefer the first strategy where I can get to 10 seconds in my second attempt, then try and maybe go for something higher, but take longer to do that, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. But with that said, lads, that was my Guild Quest run or video for this week, for the Melee Hollow week. So be back next week, in this case 2 days, for the Ranged Soriba week, which is going to be interesting to say the least, because I'm definitely going to be trying to go for a sub 1 second, so stay tuned for that. Definitely going to be breaking a personal best on this week, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Checking out Bruno for the first time, hopefully he actually surprises me like he's supposed to. But that said, let me know what you lads are using in the console, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.